You know, Will Jones worked with Lefty Drizel at Maryland. He helped to recruit Albert King and also Buck Williams. And he tells me, as we look at a young lady enjoying the action, he tells me, he said, Dick, Michael Britt is better than Albert King. And remember, these quotes are that man's right there, Will Jones, not mine.
Fred Moore, number 40 of Wright State, will jump against number 31, Earl Jones. And he is giving away, Fred Moore is 5 inches. As Garibaldi will put the ball up in the air, and Jones easily controls the tap, but it is picked up by Mike Brody. There's Moore, and there's the steal by Kenny Payne.
Kenny Payne's got really quick hands. Started for Rutgers.
Michael Britt, up and in.
Well, Jim, the word on him is that he's a great driver to the goal, that he has a questionable jump shot, but he stuck it there. 2-2-1 zone press.
Some trouble getting the ball up court. Now here's Gary Monroe. And Mike Brody will run things from back court.
If that name is familiar, Brody, his brother, Steve, played at the University of Michigan as a fiery competitor, and they say that Michael's very similar.
Holtzapfel. Brody from back court off the front. Brody will get the rebound. Moore is going to take the shot, knocked away by Jones, and a whistle blows. And they're looking at number 24, Greg Carson, and saying that is foul number 1 of the ball game.
Well, you take a look at the penetration right here. There's the jumper, and there's Earl Jones saying, don't bring that in the paint because you're not getting anything in the paint at all.
That's one block shot. Brody will toss it in. Holtzapfel. Wright State, Dayton, Ohio, UDC, Washington, D.C.
We're in a 2-3 zone, Jim. You got to get into the wings of this zone, drive into the gaps and seams of it, and try to get the jumper on the wings.
Moore outside, and Bias working down in the post. There's Bias over Jones and putting it up and in.
Bias is an outstanding athlete. He'll play at the front of their zone pressure, and here they are going full court pressure, trying to get Jones to come away from the basket.
Michael Britt, look out, he's deadly from there. 4 points for Britt, it's 4-2.
Well, he scores in bunches. He can score a lot of points quick.
Up. Whoop. Picked up, 3-on-2, Britt.
Tremendous transition basket right there, Jim. The loose ball's on the floor. Tremendous basketball alertness to get the loose ball. We take a look at it right here. There's the kick out to Britt. Britt shows you his great acceleration and speed. And there he is for the layup in a 3-on-1 break.
And Gary Monroe draws the foul.
Kenny Payne really made that play. His alertness and quickness and making the pass to Britt.
Britt's got 7 points. That's all UDC's got, 7 points. 7-2. Big 5-point lead.
They're in that 2-2-1 zone press. Get you out of your rhythm. Don't allow you to run the things you'd like offensively.
Will Jones wanted that, but it was off the heel of one of his players and out of bounds. 2 minutes have gone by. It has been Michael Britt, and the Firebirds are on fire. There's Bias with the only basket in the corner now. Gets it out to Brody for the long jumper, and he's got it. And an elbow was thrown in there. That's Brody. Comes down with the basket.
Fouls on Red. 31 with a push out of bounds.
Earl Jones draws the foul.
After the basket went down, they got Earl Jones trying to get position, utilizing his elbows. We look at Ralph Underhill, and there's some rumors that he's a candidate for the University of Cincinnati job.
Well, he got the basket. There was a foul as the ball was in the air, so they got a basket and a chance for a 4-point turnaround here.
Holtzapfel's their shooter against the zone, the young man with the ball right here.
And he's got it. That's why he's a shooter.
Well, my scouting report told me so. Boy, I tell you, Jim, preparation.
7-6 from the side, in and out. The shot taken by Greg Carson. Whistle blows.
Fouls on Green. 2-3.
There's Will Jones. I'll tell you, he'll be on the camera a lot. He's flamboyant, as you said earlier, excitement. He's really a super guy. He was a heck of an athlete at American University.
Holtzapfel takes the foul. Johnny Jones gets the 2 shots. I don't know if they could hear me over the bustle as we came on the air, but for his seniors' final home game of this year, Will Jones dressed up in a tuxedo and coat.
That doesn't shock me at all. As far as Will Jones is concerned, he's always show business.
8-6.
Johnny Jones is a transfer. He went to Spingarn High School also, where Earl Jones went to school in Washington, D.C.
Monroe with the rebound. Here comes Grody. And that was Carson trying to draw the foul. And here's Monroe getting it in underneath to Moore, who can't do anything with it. Loses the ball out of bounds, knocked out by number 12, Kenny Payne.
They're going for their second Division II national championship in a row. And the last team to do that was Kentucky Wesleyan.
Was 7-2, now it's 8-6. Shot high, no good. Taken by Anthony Bias. Lenny Bias, of course, plays for Maryland. No relation. Holtzapfel.
Multiple defenses, Jim. Now they're playing man-to-man.
That is Moore losing the ball away. Picked up by Grody with quick hands. Holtzapfel is good from there. In and out, no good. Look at Jones. And Jones's elbows are flying around, but Monroe's going to draw a second personal foul. And he's their leading scorer and leading rebounder.
Here's the jump shot right now by Holtzapfel. Here comes the ball off the iron, and there's Earl Jones, 7 feet. He throws the elbow, but he gets banged first prior to the elbow.
No pressure down court.
Foul on Gary Monroe, number 24 right there. They're All-American. He's been negated early in the game.
And Anthony Jones, easy first point.
Well, once the ball goes in to that area there to Earl Jones, you said Anthony. I think you're thinking of the kid from out of Georgetown.
Right.
Earl Jones, and it's just counted.
Will Jones is jumping up and down more than the players on the court. There's Moore shooting over Jones. 10-8. Payne, no good. Monroe rebound.
Payne was out of control right there. They have to get some scoring from Moore like they just received on a baseline.
Monroe turnaround jumper, no good. Underneath, battle for it. And they're almost walking there on the floor. Both feet left the floor, but no call. Here's Payne feeding, and Britt, no good, and he is called with a foul.
Tremendous defensive play right there by Gary Monroe, stepping in, taking the charge. Here comes Payne. There's the communication on a trailer to Britt, and here's the charge right there, and the official Garibaldi is right on the call.
10-8, pressure down court. Wright State with a chance to tie this game. 15 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Payne's putting a lot of pressure on Michael Grody out at that point.
There's Monroe. His first points of the game. It's a tie game.
Well, he's a scorer, Jim. If he gets free in 15 feet, he'll put it down. He doesn't have really what we call deep range, but he's got 15 feet shooting ability.
7 of the 10 points belong to Britt for UDC, and that's Britt with the ball again. And ball knocked away by Moore, and Moore's got the rebound. Monroe can't handle it, and ball knocked out of bounds by Payne as Bias tried to go up with it. And our first substitution of the game. Number 41, Neil Robertson is coming in, and 24, Greg Carson is coming out, and they're taking timeout. 15 minutes to go, first half, NCAA Division II Men's Championship. It's a tie, 10 apiece in Springfield, Mass. Right now it is the NCAA Division II Championship. A quick burst of 7-2 led by the 7 quick points of Michael Britt. Wayne's Wright State, you would have thought, was on the ropes, but the Raiders have come back. It's a tie game at 10-all. And it'll be Wright State's ball in. Now, they have been pressured nearly all the time, and certainly down in this area. And that ball reached in by number 35, Johnny Jones, and knocked out of bounds. So it still belongs to Wright State. Bias is way out here, but Payne is hanging close to him. Holtzapfel gets the inbound pass. And they'll bring it out to let Mike Grody set things up.
2-3 zone right now. 41 Robertson's got great quickness and scoring ability. Came in the game last night and really sparked them in the semifinals.
Moore puts it up and no good. Follow, whistle blows. If that is on Monroe, that is number 3. Let's see if it's on Monroe.
Yes, it is, Jim. Monroe's going to the sideline right now.
You heard. will repeat. Their leading scorers, Ralph Underhill, is obviously upset, and leading rebounder.
They just brought in Stevie Purcell. His dad, you might remember him. His dad played for Kentucky. Goose Ligon, Johnny Ligon.
Payne. Britt feeds it in to Earl Jones. Turn around, in and out, and stays out. And will go to Bias of Wright State. And again, the Raiders have a chance to move in front. Steve Purcell is in for the first time, number 35 for Wright State. In trouble there, knocked away by Payne. Bias couldn't hold it. Payne bounce pass to Britt.
A la Dr. J, flying through the sky, and that's what they say, Jim. He's scintillating in Mr. Excitement in Division II, and that's the reason why.
12-10, UDC, the Firebirds.
That's their game, Jim. If they can get it up and down using the whole 94 feet. Right now, they're doing a good job. Wright State of controlling tempo.
Moore blocked away by Earl Jones. Robertson picks it up. Whistle blows, and they're looking at Holzapfel. And that'll be his second foul.
23. Give it a shot. And a sub in.
We take a look right now. Moore having trouble inside. There's the long arms of Earl Jones. He blocks it, and there's the contact by Holzapfel right there on Robertson. Good call by the official.
Mike Daniels has come in now for the Firebirds, number 10.
2-1-2 zone, flattening out to a 2-3.
Look out, there's Earl Jones, whistle blows. And that is Purcell putting up his hand.
3:35.
It is a foul on Purcell. And into the ball game for the first time comes T.C. Johnson for the Raiders, number 20. A very quick backup point guard. Now Earl Jones goes to the line where he is a 75% free throw shooter. He's got 2 points.
Well, T.C. Jones, number 20, Jim, gives him a lot of quickness coming on the floor. He's a left-hander, and he's a little quicker than Holzapfel, but he doesn't shoot the ball as well. Look for full court pressure right after the free throw here. If Jones converts this, just voted Player of the Year in NCAA Division II basketball yesterday.
There is a good rebound. Tough one by Bias. It's 13-10. 13-20 to go in this half. Robertson all over and reached in there and slapped, but the officials only used 2 in Division II. Didn't see it. And there is a blocking foul against Robertson. That is the 14th foul.
The reason Will Jones brought in 41, Robertson, Jim, is to harass and put tremendous pressure on Grody. Grody is the key to this basketball team. He's really a solid point guard who knows how to distribute the basketball, and he feels if he can extend some pressure on him when he gets into his man-to-man, it'll take him out of their offensive flow. There's the pressure right now by Robertson, 41.
Shot taken and good by Steve Purcell. 13-12.
Purcell didn't waste any time coming on the floor. He's from Kokomo, Indiana. Instant offense.
Intercepted down court by Moore. Grody. And they're saying a charge on Grody. That brought Ralph Underhill up from the Raiders bench. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see the game tonight. Will Jones is more in front of me than the players of the court.
And his assistant, Doc Robinson's walking by, and there's John Underhill and his assistant, Jimmy Brown. These coaches want it tonight, Jim. Do you think they want it? There's Ralph Underhill. Relax, Ralph. It's only a game. It's nothing more than just playing for a golden trophy. He's a good-looking guy, though, isn't he?
Mike Daniels to toss it in to Neil Robertson. 12:38, 1-point lead for UDC. Jones having trouble for the moment. And in and out by Jones and tipped in by guess who? Michael Britt.
Nobody blocked Britt out, and he has the great legs. Nobody bodied up on him, and therefore he was able to get that open lane to the goal.
11 points for Britt already with only 7 minutes and 40 seconds gone. Better than a point a minute.
Man-to-man defense right now. They're going to run some screen downs.
Double post. That is Moore. Gets the ball up, out, in, and brought down by Johnny Jones. There's Michael Britt passing off. Jones misses. And they're wanting a technical foul, and they're getting it. And Jones is down on the floor.
I think he got a finger in the eye somehow or banged his face somewhere, Jim. He was grimacing and holding his face.
They want a technical for being over the rim there. Hanging on, but Earl Jones, a big 7'4". Watch.
Well, we'll take a look at Jones operating on a baseline. He extends. The official's right there. He wants to slam it. He grabs the rim, no doubt about it. And he's grabbing his eye. He's grabbing his eye. It looks like he caught a finger in the eye.
Earl will take a little while here. Deservedly so. To if there's any real damage or whether it's just one of those things that you cry for a while. There he goes again.
Watch a hand in his face after he goes up, tries to slam it, gets nothing but iron, and there's the hand right there. Excellent by our director, Mr. Toby Cunningham.
And now we see Al Holland, his backup, coming in, and Earl Jones is coming out.
It's not bad when you can go to the bench for a 6'11" player. Now he doesn't have the ability of this man, and Will Jones is looking at him saying, Earl, I got to get you on the floor.
Jones was saying something to Bob Sitoff. He wanted a foul on that instead of a technical, but it's Grody who will take this technical foul for hanging onto the rim by Earl Jones. And Grody doesn't even get the ball there.
He's a 75% free throw shooter, Grody is, and Ralph is naturally a little disturbed, shakes his head.
Now it'll be T.C. Johnson to throw it into Grody. He can get it into him, and he does.
Robertson's from out of Louisville, Kentucky, 41, playing Grody right now, and he was the most valuable player in the prestigious Derby Classic in high school.
Up with the left-hander and in T.C. Johnson. 15-14. Good move, good shot.
Well, he's a penetrator, got great quickness, and he demonstrated it there down the lane with the layup.
Michael Britt changes off and is walking with the ball. Was down before he released the ball. Will Jones down very quickly. Say that's okay. Wright State has had 4 turnovers. UDC has had 3. 11:25 to go. Only a 1-point lead. Enjoyed by UDC. Bias gets the ball back. Now from the side, Grody has 4 points. And a lead for Wright State.
Brody's looking to score a little bit more, Jim, than what I have been told. He's averaging 5.7 a game as a scorer, but tonight it looks like they're going to give him the shot and he's going to attempt it. Michael
Britt in and out, and there's more with the rebound. Kenny Payne is getting ready to come back in for UDC. Bias will slow things down. T.C. Johnson running things. There's Moore. Takes it right to the basket. Earl Jones is not in there, and Fred Moore found an open spot.
Well, he's a power inside player. I could see how he scored 20 last night in a big semifinal victory.
Grody steals the ball away. A great pass and put in by T.C.
Tremendous pressure defensively. Credit Grody. He's a chip off the old block, Jim. I don't know if you remember Steve Grody when he played for Michigan, but he was the same kind of player.
There, T.C. Johnson tried to steal and draws the foul. 5-point lead now for Wright State. The biggest lead UDC has had is 5 points.
Those are Wright State followers, and they're naturally excited from out of Dayton, Ohio. Kenny Payne just came back in. He's transferred from out of Rutgers, played for Tom Young's basketball team. Tom, so popular in the Washington, D.C. area, brought him down to Rutgers, and he decided to go back home and join Will Jones's club.
At the line, Neil Robertson, who is a 72% free throw shooter. And there's some confusion. Bob Garibaldi comes over to ask what is happening here. Is that the 17th foul or not? By our count, it is the 18th foul, and they should be shooting. 1-1.
We don't care. Team can shoot. Hell, I didn't take him out.
Ken's got to come.
Go in the game.
Okay, yeah. Here he is.
Maybe
Nothing slick.
Thank you.
Nothing slick.
Will Jones said, I'm not playing slick. Robinson, go ahead and shoot. I just want to make another substitution here. He's yelling at you as he goes by, Dick.
I'll tell you, he looked at me and he said, he can shoot. He said, I don't care. Get him on the floor. Robertson's shooting 71%.
Well, now it's going to be Daniels who's there.
Now Daniels is on the line. He's shooting 74%. Now I know why.
Nothing slick. 20-16.
All I know, what a dynamic duo Lefty Drizel and Will Jones must have been.
2 for 2. Kenny Payne checks back in, and Mike Daniels comes out.
Mike Daniels for UDC.
Now more pressure down court. Wright State has had to face it from UDC most of the night. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go, first half. T.C. Johnson back to Moore. Now Grody.
It's interesting, they're playing without their All-American who's on the sideline, and they've really become a productive basketball team with Gary Monroe out with 3 fouls.
And remember, UDC has Earl Jones out with that eye. A little poke in the eye.
Pressure defense. Ken Payne, a tough defensive player, right on T.C. Johnson, 20.
Wright State moves well without the ball, and Moore's determined to get that. And it's good.
Tremendous up and under move, Jim, right there by Fred Moore inside.
3-0. Hold.
We watch it right now. Good entry into the post area. He goes up and under. He keeps the pivot foot posted, lays it on the glass, and he's even coming to the glass. No one blocking him out had he missed that. Great play.
Johnny Jones comes in as Al Holland goes out. Holland, I should say, he is the man that fouled Moore, who now has a chance for a 7th point of the game. No good, and Johnny Jones with the rebound. 5 points remains the biggest lead for either team. Robertson couldn't get the ball away, so passed it out to Johnny Jones.
Well, they're zoning right now. They figured they got the 5-point lead, force them to go perimeter.
Robertson, Jones, trying to get it inside. Earl Jones is not in there to get it inside to. Payne's going to take the shot. No good. Knocked away. The follow by Robertson, no good. Rebound by Bias, who's cut down. Here comes the man again, and that is Britt. And he's called with charging, his 2nd personal foul. And by this time, Will Jones is almost at half court.
Jim, Michael Britt's game is taking the ball to the basket. He's susceptible to the charge because he's constantly flying in the air. There's the loose ball. There's Britt picking it up. He knows one thing when he gets it. He wants to go to the goal. There is no doubt about it. The defensive player is planted, and Bob Sidoff is right there with an excellent call.
And he has said a few words to Will Jones. Not yet 1-1 for Wright State. 9:08 to go. We're in the first half, and Wright State leads UDC 22-17. Jim Simpson, Dick Vitale at the birthplace of basketball, Springfield, Massachusetts, the Division II championship, and Earl Jones is back into the ball game. Since he left the ball game, UDC has been outscored 10-2.
Jim, they rely so much on their quickness and causing all kinds of havoc to the offense and converting and running with the basketball. They're averaging over 90 points a game, UDC. But if Wright State can force them into a half-court game and have them shoot over their zone, they can have a chance here to win.
Well, there's a penetration again, followed, and I'm going to give it to, I think, Bias, number 42.
Wright State's number 42, Anthony Bias.
Original shot taken by T.C. Johnson, but Bias got the tip in. 24-17, 7-point lead. That is the biggest lead for either team. 8:30 to go. Earl Jones back in, putting it up and in, and he cuts it back. Jones now has 6.
He's got a velvet touch. Stepped right into the gap of his zone, turned and shot the turnaround jumper. He's an improved player, much more mature than when I had him as a freshman against Western Kentucky.
Five-point lead, no shot clock.
You know, a kid like Brody can't run, doesn't jump well, doesn't have the great quickness, but every team needs him. He's a heady,
he telegraphed it. Moore telegraphed it, and then when Earl Jones got it, he fouled it. He started and then did it again. By that time, Earl knew exactly what was going to happen, and he'll get a 1-and-1.
Well, he was purely intimidated right there by 31, Jones. Jones played with Patrick Ewing during the AAU games, and you and I had him in that United States Olympic trials about 4 years ago.
That's right. Ewing, Jones, 2 high schoolers. Here's Jones, 2 for 2 from the line. Greg Carson has come back in. Neil Robertson gone out for UDC.
You know, Jim, everybody asked the question as he converts the free throw, why isn't Earl Jones at a University District of Columbia versus, let's say, the UCLAs and the Kentuckys? Well, there's a rule. You must project a 2.0 average coming in out of high school to be eligible to play Division I, and there were rumors that he did not project that, and therefore he can play on the Division II level. However, the rules vary each school. Some schools, like Wright State, they say you must have a 2.0 before they will play.
That is bias with grit on him. We might add that if you go in with less than a 2.0, you've got to have a 2.0 average after your first semester.